Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the country you are watching this stream from. Finally, it's the D Day, and the training kicks off at this hour. I've received an overwhelming response from literally all over the world, and this has pleased me a lot because when we successfully conducted the first session of BeingGuru 2.0 training regarding freelancing and other skill set, we got an overwhelming response, hitting about near to 200K views for 2 weeks live session. But this time around, the pre-registrations and the response to the form we have asked people to fill. I mean, it's very overwhelming. I'm not sure about the live viewership if we'll be able to engage people here, but we'll see as the time wears on. The idea of conducting these live training is to highlight the importance of learning computer related skills in 2021 so that amid COVID 19 and all the problems the world is suffering and facing, people, regardless of the country they belong to, they can learn freelancing, digital marketing, social media marketing, perhaps blogging, content writing. They can open a YouTube channel, and then not only they give themselves a fair chance of making money on the internet, but also growing in the process, which essentially means that they will be able to provide more job opportunities for the people in their communities. The whole idea of empowerment pivots around the importance of creating job opportunities so the community benefits. Again, the purpose of conducting these live trainings is to teach you how you can become a good freelancer, how you can win freelance projects, and how you can learn each skill on a given day. And then, not only by learning that skill, but also by doing hands down practice, how you can empower yourself uh, by making a dime by offering these services. Today is about freelancing, Monday. And I'm going to spend 2 hours in highlighting the importance of why you should learn freelancing, where you can learn the freelance skills, the time it requires to become a good freelancer, how you can write effectively, the importance of learning communication skills and business development skills, and then, most importantly, what does it take to win freelance projects? Because it's a saturated competition in 2021 and everybody seems to be doing freelancing. What essentially you can do to differentiate yourself and set yourself apart from your competitors. Tomorrow is Tuesday, and we're going to focus on digital marketing. Again, the same aspect with regards to learning the importance of digital marketing, why you should learn digital marketing in 2021, and how you can help people out. Wednesday is about social media marketing, where we are going to learn the importance of advertising on Facebook and Facebook owned companies such as Instagram, WhatsApp, and then YouTube advertisement, and then, of course, LinkedIn, the importance of learning Pinterest and Quora. Moving down to Wednesday, we are going to learn, Thursday, we are going to learn blogging, and that is where it's a subject which is very close to my heart. Uh, I've been a blogger for the last 4 years, and I own a blog called BeingGuru.com, where we talk about technology, we talk about freelancing, and that's where the assignments are going to be given to you to gather the gather the material from and rewrite it. And then we're going to talk about business development, copywriting, the importance of copywriting in 2021. We are going to talk about digital products, the importance of having digital products where uh, you can depend on a passive income rather than sitting on your desk 24/7. So, talking about freelancing, as a freelancer who has been self employed for over 2 decades, I started freelancing in 1998. And it actually did occur to me as an accident. I was laid off from a job, was doing their work, was working there as a part time customer services support staff, and only to find out that they realized I'm good for nothing and I am not good at handling customers. So I was laid off from a job. And then while uh, seeking new opportunities, I bumped across a magazine, Time magazine, where there was a Bill Gates picture on the cover. My friend was with me, and he told me that this guy is the one who is the world's richest man, and he has created a Windows operating system that has got graphical user interface to it. So, for those who are familiar with computer background history, you know that before 1995, we used to have DOS operating systems, and we did not have uh, graphical interfaces to the operating system, and it was introduced to the world in 1995 with Windows 95, and then there was Windows 97, and there was famous Windows 98, and then there was after the Y2K bubble, a lot of new operating systems were introduced by Microsoft. But I got so excited by reading the story of Bill Gates that I wanted to do something for myself, but I did not have any clue how I can go for self empowerment. And it's only when I bumped across these different freelance marketplaces, I realized, gosh, I've got a good future here. So I started sending out proposals as a graphic designer at Elance, a website that is long gone now, doesn't exist. And Elance merged with Odesk, another freelance marketplace, which is non-existent as well. And then they found a new company called Upwork. And Upwork is by large the biggest freelance marketplaces where there's a lot of opportunities for freelancers to find new projects. There's tons of dozens of projects posted every single hour from all over the world on Upwork. More on that later. But I started sending out my proposals on elance.com, and unfortunately, perhaps the luck was not on my side. I couldn't succeed in winning a single project. And here I was, literally standing in the middle of the desert with no idea, absolutely clueless about my future, because I was sending out my resumes for a job and nobody called me for a job interview. By the way, 20 years later, the scene has not changed a bit all over the world. As a matter of fact, amid COVID 19, things have gone from bad to worse. There are no jobs, absolutely no jobs, folks. So, this highlights the importance of self empowerment. This highlights the importance of learning freelancing and internet related money making opportunities. Uh, the importance of learning computer skills and establishing an internet business, uh, it has never been in demand ever in the history than in the current times because of this pandemic and this pandemic situation, uh, where there's a smart lockdown exercised almost all on all parts of the world. And if you can offer your services as a talented freelancer, then you do not even need to leave your house. All you need to do is you need to have a computer, a decent internet connection, and the world is all yours. So I, was struggling to find a decent job, and at the same time, as a freelancer, as a graphic designer who was pretty good at designing sketches. Um, you know, I used to be a backbencher, and I used to create sketches of my favorite teachers, female, precisely. I'll be honest about it. Yeah, guilty, but that's how the teenagers are. But the good thing is, I used to present those sketches to my teachers as well, and sometimes I would get acknowledged for what I've done. Sometimes I would get bashing of my life. But anyways, I didn't stop creating all those sketches, and that actually helped me in practicing my hand, and then I got better at it over a period of time. So now I was wondering, what do I need to do in my future? I'm applying for the jobs, no luck. I am applying for the projects on elance.com, and there was another marketplace called rentacoder.com, where even though the name suggests that the marketplace showcases the coding talent, but still you would still get uh, graphic designing, you would still get logo designing and animation projects, and that was good enough for somebody who is struggling to find jobs on Elance. At least they would be able to cement their place as a freelancer on other marketplaces. So when I was about to give up, the date is 21st August 1998. 21st August 1998, where I somehow, by searching on Yahoo, back then Yahoo was the main search engine. Mark Zuckerberg was not even in the scene. Facebook was not born. Google was not a primary search engine. And what else? Netscape was still battling out for, uh, you know, getting a prominent position as an internet browser. You won't believe that we were far advanced in technology, because back then we had those animated websites in Flash, where the movies were created, the intros were created for a website. We used to have favorite website awards back then. We CSS was not born yet. There was no mobile phones. Apple and Apple related products were not introduced. Kodak was still the primary, way of getting your snaps printed. Nokia was undisputed king of cellular industry, and I did not start freelancing. Just to put things in perspective, and most of you who are watching me right now probably were not even born. Now, to give, just to, I would like to take a break for 30 odd seconds and answer the questions. This is BeingGuru 2.0 channel. And you know that we only converse in English. The training which we have successfully conducted 2 months back was in English. Yeah, back then, Paktel and Insta were the major cellular companies, and Apple was still fruit, and BlackBerry was still a fruit before they were, introduced as smartphones. Maha, good to see you here. And I'm not preparing for a TED Talk. As a matter of fact, I've already done 3 TED Talks. Uh, the reason why I'm doing this in English is because I'm live on my YouTube channel as well, which is called BeingGuru 2.0, and it's an international channel with a lot of international audience, and we talk about whatever we talk about in Urdu on my main channel, on my main YouTube channel. We talk about that in English on BeingGuru 2.0. I hope this put things in order before I move ahead, and I would not like to be interrupted here, folks. Just want to make sure that things roll out smoothly here. So I tried my luck on another marketplace, which I accidentally found while searching on Yahoo. Thank you, Maha. Thank you. Of course, I'll do. It's a 2-hour class. I'm not gonna let anybody go, and hopefully, by the end of 2 hours, we'll not only learn what is freelancing, but we'll learn how to learn different skills. We'll learn how to send out proposals. And I'm going to do it real time by sharing my screen. I am 45, Muhammad Amin, if that, is a good enough for you to know. Not sure why do you need to know this. Ahmad Ali, you are on BeingGuru 2.0. We do not speak in Urdu in this language because it's an international audience. So perhaps you're in a wrong place and you may want to leave. Leave right now. I am coming. Okay. So while searching for other marketplaces, I came across itmoonlighter.com. Luckily, submitted my quote while still having a basic account, not upgraded, did not put any money on it. I didn't have money, to be honest, at first place. So I submitted my quote, and few hours later, to my surprise, I received a message from a client. The client name is John Jenner. And the reason why I know his name is because they say you do not forget your first earning, your first love, and I am sure you're gonna go gaga about your first love. You teenagers who are watching me right now. But that's how it is. I was once a teenager too, and I understand, that whatever you have achieved for the very first time, it's very hard to let go of that memory. So the client name was John Jenner, and the project was to animate a logo 360-degree. It was for a local county sheriff in U.S., Sarasota, and I accepted the job, but the condition was that I'll be only awarded the project once I show him a markup, which is a free sample. So I started working on the markup. I started creating sample, only to find out that not only John was so overwhelmingly pleased with my output, but not only he awarded me the project, but he also gave me a tip of $5, and I still have $1 out of those $55 saved with me, and I'm going to show it to you. So I went to my local bank with my dad, and we opened a foreign currency account, and I, withdraw. Back then, they used to give US dollars to the freelancers. Doesn't happen anymore in Pakistan. By the way, for the foreigners who are watching me, I'm from Pakistan, so not sure how it works in your country, but as a freelancer in Pakistan, if you withdraw money as a freelancer, you cannot have a US dollar anymore unless you have a salaried account. So I took this $1 and coated it in a plastic and gave it to my mother. And later on, when I was married, she gave it to my wife, and ever since it has been placed in on the desk behind my desk. And for the visitors who visit my office, my studio, this is the very first thing I show them. I take a lot of pride in this $1 because it has got huge memories associated with it. And folks, you may want to hear this out. When I say I've got huge memories associated with this $1 bill, I say this because 10 years after my first earning, I was one of the youngest freelancers in South Asia who made over $1 million in sales. And I did say, and you did hear correctly, it is 1 million US dollars. So much for the guy who was struggling to make ends meet. So much for the guy who was laid off from his job because he was not good at communication skills. So much for the guy uh, who tried his utter best to succeed as a freelancer on one of the largest marketplace called Elance. There's a lot of moral and emotional stories attached with my success, and that predominantly refers to the importance of never giving up. Never ever give up, because you may want to. Uh, at the end of the day, when you give up on yourself, that is where everything comes to a standstill. It means that you think that you're good for nothing, You think that this is it, you will not become successful, and that's where everything stops. So never ever give up on yourselves. It's a very emotional story, and I take a lot of pride in telling this story to everybody. Uh, as someone who always struggled to, you know, uh, get money, all of a sudden, few years later, once I became successful, not only I was able to operate a medium-sized company with over 50 employees, but also got huge recognition, not only in South Asia, but all over the world, for being someone who was ranked in top 10 as a freelancer on one of the world's largest freelance marketplace called Guru.com. So IT Moonlighter, they changed their name from IT Moonlighter to Guru.com, and that's where my success has been from. That's where I've been successful. That's where um, you know. When people ask me if there's any other career you would choose if you do it all over again, uh, and to their surprise, I say this: absolutely no chance except to choose freelancing again, because the perks of self-employment, the liberty of being your own boss, and enjoying what you do, really, has given me a lot of satisfaction on a personal front. And that's what I love doing, and that's what I urge people to do. And especially when you talk about COVID-19, where a lot of people are struggling to make ends meet. As a freelancer, if you learn a skill or two, and then you learn how to offer that particular skill set on marketplaces, to begin with, it's all about good communication skills and good business development skills. And if you win a project, I think that's where the magic begins. And it only stops if you stop. I haven't stopped for the last 2 decades, and still going high, still going strong. As a matter of fact, I stopped doing freelancing in 2019, which was actually a couple of years back. And that is because I was focusing more on my blogging career, and I was focusing more on my training job. But then I started resuming my freelancing in 2020, because when I created my main YouTube channel, I wanted to teach freelancing, and that is where I had to learn the art myself, because I've been out of touch for a good 1.5 year. So I wanted to embrace myself with new technologies before I could teach people how to do freelancing and how to do it in a better way. So, who is freelancer? Let's get down to the job, guys. I want you to relax. You have a liberty since you are not appearing on a camera. So, sit back and relax. And I've just got my cup of tea. And let's just make it exciting for you from here onwards. Who is freelancer? A freelancer is the one who's self-employed. They work from the comfort of couch at home. They're not hired by someone to work for them for a 9 to 5 job. They do not have a carbon footprint, which means that they do not commute to their workplace. So they do not use the public buses or whatever it is. All they do is stay inside their homes and offer their services. So they've got no carbon footprint on the economy. As a matter of fact, they bring in the foreign remittance, which not only helps the economy, but also helps a country to prosper. A report of Forbes was, that a report of Forbes revealed that around 57 million Americans have done freelancing in 2020 amid COVID-19. What does this mean? It sounds music to my ear as a individual from Pakistan, and it should sound as music to your ears too. The reason why I say so is because when their workload grows, they will have no choice but to outsource their work to South Asia, outsource their work to Pakistan, India, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, and in other countries. By the way, where are you watching this stream from? I'll be grateful if you can drop in your country name here in the comment section, so I know about the diversity we have in the audience. Right now, I'm live on my two streams. I'm live from my YouTube channel, and I'm live from my Facebook. So, freelancer is the one who's self-employed. Uh, they're boss of their own. They choose their own work hours. As a freelancer, when I was growing up in my teenage, I used to work all through the night. And that took a lot of toll on my body as well. Because, playing against the nature sometimes have their own repercussions. And I did suffer it big time. When I say I suffered big time, I had back issues, health issues. Uh, Being deprived from morning sun was not something um, that helped me, but eventually I got used to it, and I had to adjust my work hours in a way that I stay healthy. More on that later. A lot of people from India, Pakistan. That's exciting. So, how to learn different freelance market skills? Now you come across new emerging and trending skills, right? People talk about artificial intelligence, they talk about augmented reality, they talk about deep learning, they talk about machine learning, and the list goes on and on, right? My point is, as a freelancer, if you go to the different marketplaces, the evergreen skill set that was in demand probably 20 years back is still in demand 20 years later. So when I started freelancing in 1998, the prominent niches were dominated by software development, website development, graphic designing, video animation, content writing, CAD/CAM engineering, QuickBooks, Peachtree, data entry, virtual assistant, and surprisingly, uh, they were the mainstream domains or niches or a skill set that were in demand in late 90s. But 20 years down the lane, they are still in huge demand. As a matter of fact, they have grown in demand because of COVID-19 2020. So if you are a web developer, or if you are not a web developer but you've got this flair for coding, for web development, you probably may want to learn WordPress and e-commerce. So if you learn WordPress and if you learn Shopify, more on that later, hold on. As an e-commerce website developer, you can offer this services to the people who are looking for e-commerce website builders. And that demand has grown in the last 12 months because everybody wants to have a virtual e-store. Everybody wants to sell online. And that's where your expertise could come into play. If you're a graphic designer, if somebody is looking for an e-commerce website, of course they need eye-catching, nice-looking graphics on the homepage, and that is where you can come into equation as a graphic designer. People are looking for new logo designs. People are looking for virtual brochure designs, magazine covers. People are looking for catalog designs. People are looking to create shop storefronts, not only for their websites, but also for their social media. So now you can have stores on Facebook, now you can have stores on Instagram, and every social media marketplace requires a graphic designer. And then you can, play your role here. If you are a content writer, every website needs a content writer as well. A content writer who knows the importance of search engine optimize keywords included in the content. Again, we'll learn this in Wednesday's class when we get down to blogging. But you've got to understand that every skill that is in demand is directly or indirectly interlinked with other skill set. So because of COVID-19, the demand for e-commerce websites has increased. This has also increased the demand for graphic designers. This has also increased the demand for content writers. This has also increased the demand for let's see, I would like to have a sip of my tea here, and let's see if you come up with the right content. Looking for the right answer. So it all started with the demand for web developers. Automatically, the demand for graphic designer increased. Automatically, the demand for content writers increased. What else, folks? So web developer we have talked about. There you go, Abdul Rafe. So you got a website. A website with no visitor is good for nothing. A website with the traffic means you are into business. That's what uh, you know uh, brings revenue to a business. So the importance of digital marketing. Thank you, Sohail sir. The importance of social media marketing and the importance of search engine optimization has increased after this COVID-19 pandemic. So everything is interlinked. Website developers, graphic designer, content writers, digital marketers, social media marketers, and the list goes on and on. Every skill in demand is interlinked. Only if you learn one particular skill set, you are giving yourself a fair chance of surviving as a freelancer on the internet. Now, to begin with, if you want to become a successful freelancer, you've got to learn skills, right? I want to become a freelancer. Surely I must have a plan. What is that plan? Maybe I've got this flair for coding, so I can become a web developer. Perhaps I'm an artist. I like colors. I like nature. I like creativity. I can start my career as a graphic designer. All of these skill sets can be learned for free, and that is one silver lining. So I'm going to take you to my screen now, and I'm going to show you different places where you can learn these skills for free. To begin with, the first is bit degree, and I'm going to take you to my screen now and tell you what should be your first step if you want to learn a computer skill. Let me know once you guys are on my screen. So there we are. I think it's visible to everybody. So thank you, Ji Mansoor Sahab. Thank you, Ji. So on this on this link, and by the way, I'm going to give you this link here in the chat as well. BitDegree is one of the e-learning platforms that has got paid as well as free courses. There are many websites. You probably have heard about lynda.com, udemy.com, coursera.com, khanacademy.com, and here's one, bitdegree.com. So when you arrive on this website, all you need to do is just search free and you will get to this page. And here you can see not only you can learn how to create a game. By the way, gaming and game developers are going to be in huge demand in 2021 because with a $90 billion industry, gaming industry is bigger than the Hollywood industry. Gamers are going to make huge money in the future. Not only the gamers, but also the game developers as well. So if you want to learn how to create a game, you probably may want to enroll into this Unity learning program on BitDegree. All right. After this BitDegree, after this Unity program, here's the web development. That's where the real magic starts. So if you want to learn web designing, you may want to enroll into this program. And by the way, do you see the beginners tag here? The beginner tag means that everyone who has no idea about coding or development or computer can enroll into this program and learn a skill. It is created for beginners only. Then there is another web design course. You may want to enroll into this one as well. I'm not going to pick one. There's no cherry picking for you folks. I'll My task is to show you the way, and then it's up to you to identify what you want to do. So all I'm doing is just showing you the way. And then this probably is another good program to learn HTML and CSS online course, which is required to develop a website. As I scroll down, there's another program from Tatiana Menina, How to Make a Website from Scratch for a Beginner. Another interesting program, or at least from the title, it sounds very promising. Then for the Linux guys, there's something exciting as well. Then again, for the WordPress developers who want to learn WordPress, you can enroll into this free program and you can learn WordPress website without learning a coding. Then there are some advanced courses as well, such as Lean Six Sigma, Algebra, Django development. That's not something you should be excited about unless and until you are interested in coding. Facebook chats, another important skill set you can sell on different marketplaces. Bootstrap and PHP blog tutorial, interesting. And I would leave the rest of the exploring, you know, to your discreet, and I'll let you find out and identify a training program that best suits your choice. BitDegree is an amazing program which I would personally vouch for. It's easy to sign up. You can sign up using your social media accounts. You can create a profile and you can enroll into a program. And these are uh, in demand lectures, which does not mean that you'll have to wait for a class to begin. There are no live classes, they're all pre recorded lectures, and you can consume the content. Perhaps if you're too curious, you can learn all through the night by watching all the videos in one night. And if you want to do it periodically in your own pace, you can do it in different steps. So we have established a fact that if you want to become a successful freelancer, you'll have to learn a skill first. Once you have learned a skill, then it comes to the point where you have to render those skill set and make money, right? That's where the marketplaces come into equation. There are different freelance marketplaces, but before you get to learn more about different marketplaces, I want you to go to my blog BeingGuru.com. And by the way, at the end of this lecture, I'm going to give you an assignment, and that assignment is only for your benefit. And I'm going to check all the work you have done once this whole course finishes. More on that later, but for now, take a look. This is my website called BeingGuru.com. On this website, if you go all the way to the top and hover your mouse over freelancing, you'll come across three different drop down menus. If you want to ask me a question, all you need to do is hover your mouse over freelancing and click on freelancing questions, and you'll be able to ask me a question, and I and my team answer these. Count yourself lucky, folks, because this has this is only known to a handful number of people. It is not revealed prominently on my major YouTube and social media accounts. So those who are watching me right now, count yourself lucky, because this is created only for you. And all you need to do is just answer these basic questions, and then down the road, once you answer the basic questions which we have asked, because we want to save ourselves a time and a hassle for not replying to the frequently asked questions. So the artificial intelligence is created in the way that if you ask something which has already been asked before, you'll get an automated response. But if you want to ask me a question directly, you need to fill out these forms and you need to put your question in these text forms, and I'll make sure that I get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Count yourself lucky for this, because no, not everybody on the internet knows how to get in touch with me. I do not respond to the messages because I don't have to. The notion is if I am providing you all the necessary education and that is for free, I'm not answerable to the people for uh, you know answering their basic questions. So all you need to do is go to BeingGuru.com. The link is given in the description of this video. On BeingGuru.com, go to the freelancing tab and then move your mouse over the freelancing tab and you'll see freelancing questions. Click on that link and you'll be able to ask me questions. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. If you click on the freelancing word itself, hold on, because best is yet to come, folks. I have compiled over 200 different articles that would help you in learning freelancing as a beginner and going all the way to the top and surge your way as a prominent freelancer only if you go through all these different blog posts, because every different blog post is covering different topic, from writing, from free to freelancing, from content blogging to perhaps YouTubing, proposal writing to excelling at Fiverr.com. Everything is explained in detail in these different blog posts. All you are required to do is click on freelancing, drop down menu, the main menu, and off you go. Here's the link, folks. I've just pasted it, and I'm going to print the link on my screen as well. This is a key to gold chest. And if you go through all these different blog posts, which I'm going to give you assignments anyway, you'll probably never ever uh, uh, feel that you need to get in touch with me again. And that's the whole idea of creating and conducting these live trainings. So, freelancing skill set is the first and the most important thing you need to learn before you plan to offer your skills on marketplaces. What are the marketplaces? There are many websites offering their, providing opportunities for different freelancers, and the most prominent of them are, let's see if I can go all the way and find out the link which I am looking for, and I want to open that actually. Okay. This one talks about the top freelance skills in demand, and these are the same, I mentioned earlier, starting from web development, software development, mobile app development, graphic designing, content writing, digital marketing, social media marketing. But when you talk about different freelance marketplaces, I want to I want you to bookmark this link I'm about to give you, because it has around 101 websites, and surely you would be lucky enough to get a work from any of this website. So I've just pasted the link in the chat section. Bookmark it and watch it later, okay? So this is how you make money on a different freelance marketplaces. Now talk about marketplaces and the biggest marketplaces. If I can have your attention and if you can write down the notes, I'll be grateful. The biggest freelance marketplace is Upwork.com. Upwork.com. I cannot share the screen because they got a problem of sharing their screen. And on my main channel, by the way, you can see the silver button on the desk behind my desk. Uh, I got a notice from Upwork for showing their screen, their website in my videos without their prior consent, without their approval. And that was heartbreaking. So I'm not going to talk about Upwork. But if you pay close attention to guru.com training, Upwork.com and Guru.com work pretty much the same way. They are traditional freelance marketplaces. So, when we talk about the types of freelance marketplaces, to begin with, there are two types of marketplaces. One is traditional freelance marketplace, and the other is non traditional freelance marketplace. A traditional freelance marketplace is where the clients come, post a project, and freelancers bid on the project. Fair enough, right? So if I'm an employer, if I'm a client, I come in, I post a requirement, and then the service providers submit their proposals. And if I like a proposal, I award them and get a job done. And once the job is finished, I pay them for the work they have done. So that's how the traditional marketplace works. The non-traditional freelance marketplace is a spin to the concept. A spin to the concept, which means that freelancers showcase their services, client comes in, they browse through different skill set, this different packages, different services, and if they like what they see, based on appearance, based on price, based on solutions, they buy a package, they buy a service. So a non-traditional freelance marketplace works pretty much the same as the traditional marketplace works, but it is a spin to the concept. I will repeat. Uh, on a traditional freelance marketplace, client comes in, they post a requirement. For example, I come to you and I post a requirement that I need a web developer, I need a content writer, I need a graphic designer. And you, as a skilled freelancer, if this requirement matches your expertise, you can submit a proposal. And based on different proposals, I can select one candidate and award them a job. And then, of course, once they get a job done, I pay them for their services they have rendered and I move on. And the freelancer moves on as well. That is what you call traditional freelance marketplace, pretty much like an auction. A non-traditional freelance marketplace is a spin to the concept. So again, for the same skill set, as a employer I am looking for. For example, if I'm looking to get a website done, for example, if I'm looking to get a graphic designing thing done, I come to a non-traditional marketplace, browse through different services that are offered. For example, if I'm looking for a web developer, I'll browse through, scan through services offered by different web developers. If I'm looking for a logo design, I will browse through skills and the services and the packages of graphic designers. I'll select them on the base of what I see. I'll select them on the base of price they are offering, and I'll select them based on the solution they are offering. So let's just take a look and try to understand this concept more clearly. YouTubers, I would request you to please like this video so we can have more people watch this amazing, priceless piece of information. It happens once in a quarter, and I'm pretty sure that liking a video would not hurt you. If you are looking for 101 websites where you can find work as a freelancer, you need to click on the link I've just pasted in the different chat sections on Facebook as well as on YouTube. That is one thing. The second thing is I want you to come to my screen and let's see how it works. So I'm going to take you to fiverr.com. Well, let's just look at traditional marketplace for now. So I take you to guru.com. Mind you, I've clearly mentioned that guru.com and upwork.com work pretty much the same way, right? Because they are traditional marketplaces. So I'm already registered, I'm already signed in. And if you search for a job, for example, if you search for web developer, I'm going to zoom in so that people who are watching this stream on a mobile phone can easily view this. And there you see a different set of projects. For example, here's a project from Rajesh from India, need custom service booking website. So I click on it. And then this guy's looking for a Python developer and he needs to get a website done within 1 month. And that's his requirement. If this requirement matches my expertise, I will submit my proposal to Mr. Rajesh by clicking on send a quote. And then, of course, I provide the price and the information. For example, if I want to do it for $1,000 and I can do it inside 4 weeks, or maybe I select 28th as February as date, and I put in the description, whatever it is. Description could be a title of the project. And then I click on the continue button, and that's where the magic begins. So when I click on the continue button, that's where I'm required to submit a proposal. This little box and the content you write inside this little box could bring in the fortune of change in your life. That is how the magic started in 1998 when I submitted my first proposal to John Janner for $50. Not only I completed that project for $50, but he also gave me tip for $5 as well. So a proposal has to be exciting. It has to solve a problem. It has to not only identify the problem put forth in a project placement, but also provide a solution. The most interesting and exciting part of a proposal writing is to talk about what you can do for the client rather than talking about me. The me attitude, me, I can do this, I've been doing this, I'm Superman, I'm Batman, you are no Flash. So the tip of an hour is focus on providing a solution to a client problem which they have provided in the project placement. If you provide an accurate solution to a client's problem, if you write a proposal that highlights how you can get a job done, what approach you will be making in successfully providing a solution in finishing the project, what is your price, what are the timelines we are looking at for the completion of this project. All of these factors that could clarify the confusions a client may have works in the favor of a freelancer, right? So I'm gonna come back to guru.com. Before I do it, I'm gonna take you to fiverr.com, which is a non-traditional farm marketplace. So just to recap, on a traditional marketplace, client comes in, they post a project, and freelancers, if their skill set matches the project, they bid on the projects. Submitting a proposal means bidding on a project. Now this is Fiverr account. I'm already logged in. It's my fake account created only to teach students. But Fiverr is an interesting marketplace. So if I take you to the homepage of Fiverr, there you go. That's what you will see. If you go to fiverr.com and the link is fiverr.com, there you go. Fiverr.com. I've just pasted the link in the chat section. Now, that is where you can find different services, commonly known as gigs, offered by freelancers. So, for example, on a traditional marketplace like Upwork or Guru.com, if I'm looking for a web developer, I will post a project as a client looking for a web developer. That is right, correct? You understand it, right? So if I'm a client who is looking for a web developer, I will post a project, and in my project placement, I will specify that I am looking for a web developer. But non-traditional freelance marketplace is a spin to the concept. On Fiverr.com, I come in and I look for this category, let's say graphic design or web developer, programming and tech, and there I can find WordPress, website builders, e-commerce development, web programming, mobile apps, desktop applications, and then I can search a freelancer inside these categories. So taking the same example forward, I'm looking for a web developer, right? So I click on e-commerce development. I can find this in a web programming as well. And that is where I can find the skills, find the packages commonly known as gigs for this category. So it's pretty much the same concept. I'm still looking to get a job done for a web development, but instead of posting a project, I am browsing through different packages commonly known as gigs. And based on what I like, based on the price, because every freelancer has a different price. This guy is selling for $15, and at the same time, the guy next door is selling it for $60. This guy is selling it for $50. This guy is selling it for $10. So, based on your due diligence, perhaps their previous record. For example, if I select this guy, I can see that this guy has already completed 301 projects in the past. 301 projects essentially means that he's a good developer and 300 people have successfully placed their order on his package, again commonly known as gig. And if I click on his gig, now I'm going to use the word gig for a package, okay? Because I repeatedly explained the concept of gig. So if I click on his package, if I click on his gig, that's what I see. I see that this guy is a level 2 seller. On Fiverr, there are different levels, level 1, level 2, then there's super seller, and so on and so forth. You get to sell 7 different gigs as a level 1 seller or as a basic seller. Not sure about the level 1 though, but as a basic seller, you get to put 7 different packages, 7 different gigs. And this is one of the gig of this guy. And he's selling a Shopify drop shipping store for $150 odd. And again, if I like the price, if I like the previous testimonials of the client, which I'll get to see once I scroll down, here are the previous testimonials. And Fiverr not only shows me the country he has received orders from, but it also shows me the comment the client has left for this freelancer, and it helps in knowing a freelancer more, knowing a freelancer better. And you can see it's a diversified client set this guy has. So that's what Fiverr is all about. Traditional freelance marketplace and a non-traditional freelance marketplace. That's what the difference is. On a traditional freelance marketplace, clients come in, they post a project, freelancers submit their proposals, and that's about it. Non-traditional freelance marketplace. Freelancers post a package on Fiverr, commonly known as gig. And then clients, they just scan through the different gigs, and if they like what they see based on the price, based on previous portfolio, based on previous uh, recommendation by the clients, they choose one. So that's what it is. Okay. Now, I'm going to take you to the actual bidding scene where I'm going to bid on a live project. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bid on a couple of projects just to give you a fair bit of idea about how freelancers should bid on a project. If this is exciting, I want you to write AYE in the comment section. It means you're willing to do it. Let's see how many people are up for it. Nothing happens if client gives a bad review. You can always balance it off by having more clients. Nothing happens. Don't worry about it. And it's a part of the game. Everybody goes through this process of having bad reviews and clients submitting bad feedback. Everybody goes through this process. But you can always balance this. Excuse me. You can always balance this off by getting more projects. That's how the system works. Otherwise, if a client gives a negative feedback to a freelancer, and if there's no way to turn it around, without being able to turn it around, they're screwed. I mean, their career is finished. So there's nothing to worry. Negative feedback is actually a blessing in disguise. I'll talk about more, on that in detail. It happens with local clients. Yeah, negative feedback is a part of the game. Don't worry about it. So I see a lot of eyes. A lot of eyes. Interesting. For YouTube viewers, I would request you to like this video. And how many of you are watching my training for the very first time? I want you to comment me. Colonel. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's fine. There's always first time, huh? There's always first time. Okay, so I'm going to take you to my screen now, and we are going to go to guru.com and we are going to place a bid on the project. But remember, before you place a bid on the project, yeah, you can actually create 7 different gigs on one niche. Don't worry about it. Okay. So here's the screen, and I want you to pay a very close attention to traditional marketplace. So I'm going to take you to guru.com. I'm going to search for the project. By the way, what is that? Oh wow, they both look amazing. Client is happy. Nothing pleases you more than a satisfied client, even though I don't even know who is she, because my business development team is working on this. So, what should I bid about? Perhaps I should ask you, hey, so what should I bid about? Let's see if you can help me here. Video editing projects, okay, web development. So let's start with web development maybe. Let's see how it goes, G, for web development. So I'm going to search for WordPress because that's the only language I know. So for a WordPress, here's what I look in a project before I place my bid. As a basic account on guru.com, as a basic account on upwork.com, you get 10 bids, 10 free beds on guru.com. And then you get 10, 20 connects on upwork.com. So 10 free beds and 20 connects. Amazing, huh? You know what? I've changed my mind. I have changed my mind. And you probably would cherish this. Log out. So when I say I changed my mind, I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to involve you in this process of, let's see who's the lucky one. I am going to create a new account for you, create it on your email address, and I'm going to create a profile for you. So, so if you can give me your email address, and if you are already not a user on guru.com, I'm going to pick one random lucky user, use their account information, and create an account for them. So I only need your Gmail account, okay? And I'm going to select one. Let's see who's the lucky one. And if I do not select you, don't go mad at me and don't, start complaining. Let's see. So I need your email address because I want to create an account on guru.com for you. And when you give me your email address, I assume you have an instant access to your email because there would be a 4-digit code sent to your email, okay? Right. Okay. Let them come. Faizan, I'm going to pick your email address, but I assume you do not have an account on guru.com. Is that correct? Faizan Ali 9292 at gmail.com. So I'm going to create an account for you and watch out for your email because you're going to receive a 4-digit code in your email. So Faizan Ali. This email is already in use. Never mind. I want people who do not have an account on guru.com. Is that too difficult and too a hard thing? Is that too hard to ask? So Rida Nazish Rana, Rida Fatma, I assume you do not have an account on guru.com. So I'm going to use your email address. Okay, let's refresh it first. Okay, it seems like she does not have an account with guru.com. So I'm going to click on proceed. Rida, here's something you need to make sure that you fill in properly when you get to the next step of account registration. So when you provide your email address, when you provide your uh, name, in the second screen, it is going to ask if you are a freelancer or you're an employer. So, of course, I'm a freelancer. And I'm going to select a password here. So, I'm going to select a basic. With, you can always change it later. Don't worry about it. See what do I need to remember what I have populated here. Okay, should be good enough. Now I want you to check the inbox of your Gmail and let me know the 4-digit code guru.com has sent you. And I hope this is not an embarrassment, Rida. I hope you are around and you can check your email and then you can give me a 4-digit code. Sooner the better because we do not have a. या मैंने यहां भी लड़की को चूज किया अम्माद साहब इसलिए कि पहले लड़के को चूज किया था और उसका ईमेल एड्रेस ऑलरेडी था अब ये तुम कहां से आ गए हो इस क्लास में ऑलराइट सो Rida, whoever you were, can I have this 4-digit code, please? Okay, Vakas. If she doesn't respond, of course, I'll go with you. And this is the most, challenging part to do it live with people because there's so many people who chip in with their email addresses and not everybody, gives an answer. So, hey, are you still around or do I need to sign up again? Can somebody just tag her again in the comment section? जी जी बिल्कुल मुश्तबा साहब absolutely ignoring you. You got it right. Absolutely. You're so genius. Absolutely got it right. Rida, can we have an answer here? Oh, gosh, this is so embarrassing. Every time I do it, I bump across this awkward situation where I pick a email address and the individual just disappears. Okay. Rita, can I have an answer? Yes or no? Are you still in the stream? Yes or no? Okay, so select from YouTube. Okay, so next time I'm going to select from YouTube. Okay. Isha, she has showed her back on me. Oh gosh. Okay, Khushar, you're next. Another lady. And for the boys, this should be heartbreaking, yeah? Khushar, can I have your email address? What if she disappears as well? Okay, let's see if Hushar responds and then I'll move forward with her, of course. She was surprised. This was no surprise, of course. I mean, this was just basic thing, and people are people. That's the best I can say. People are people. Okay, Isha, I'm gonna move forward with you. Let's see. So Isha is EESHA Naveed at 996. Okay, 996 at gmail.com. The problem is, I just can't pick it as it is because on StreamYard, it just shows as a text which is non selectable. Non selectable. Log in. Isha, don't ditch on me, okay? E delete. Okay. You can always change this information later. So I'm gonna share my screen now. Check your inbox, and you will receive a four-digit code. Check your email inbox, and if you don't find it in your inbox, check your spam folder as well. You see, that's why I like. Where are you from, Isha? 5339. 5339. There you go. Bingo. Verify. And I think we are in. So much for update password. Never mind. Skip for now. You can always fill this information later, okay? All you need to do is just change your email, change your password, and for now, I'm going to walk you through the profile building process, and this is going to be exciting. May I know where are you from? AJ is what? Azad Jammu? What is that, AJ? Jahania? Where's that? Where's that Jahanian AJ? I'm here, little Fatma. Thank you for being here. So good and lucky to have you here. So proud of you. Thank you very much. So, what is AJ Jahania? What is that? Azad Jammu Kashmir? Okay, that's fine. So, when you get to the profile building process, that's where you need to submit your photo. And of course, I will leave it as it is. And then you need to populate your contact information. So, I'm in an address, I'm going to just put in the temporary address. Gadkapada. Okay. The country is Pakistan, assumingly if it is Azad Jammu Kashmir, and then AJK is what is that? Azad Kashmir. This is AJK. I have no idea about the zip code, so I'm just going to put in the fake zip code for now, and then I'm going to click on the continue button, and let's see what happens next. It say that you have to upload a profile picture. So unfortunately, I am forced to upload a picture. Okay, there you go. This Gwadar Cricket Stadium. It's one of the mesmerizing scenes I've seen. Or, beautiful cricket ground. As a matter of fact, I'm actually planning to go to Gwadar and see this. Seeing is believing. So, a fake profile picture is also uploaded, and I'm going to hit on continue button, and it takes me to adding my services. But for now, just to give you a brief information about this space, whatever skill set you are proficient in, whatever skill set that matches your expertise and you're good at, fill that information here with the title and the description. And you need to repeat it for all the skill sets. You need to select the category, and then you need to put in your price, and that's about it. So that's a services you need to populate when you arrive to this particular step. Then there is a portfolio. As a freelancer, as a beginner, you do not have a portfolio. And here's the thing, I'm going to take you to my screen and talk to you for good 5 minutes before I come back and finish this profile. Look, as a freelancer, I understand you do not have a portfolio, but there's a there's a thing called investment towards a goal. What does it mean? It means that you are sacrificing your today for your better tomorrow. You are investing in your time in creating something which is absolutely free, doesn't cost a dime, and not only you're helping people out by working free for them, but you're also creating your portfolio. So if I'm a content writer, I can write about 5 to 7 different topics. Even though I might just make them up, nobody has given me a work. But at the end of the day, once I have these 5 to 7 different content topics written by me, they can be showcased as a portfolio. So I write for politics, then probably I choose education, I select health, I go for entertainment, sports, COVID 19, smart lockdowns, President Joe Biden, and I choose these 7 different topics and I write portfolio. And I'll write about these 7 different topics, and that's my portfolio. Investment towards a goal. Nobody has paid me for these jobs. Nobody has hired me to get a job done. But I'm helping myself because I understand that without portfolio, without a product on a shelf in a store, nobody's going to buy a product because there's no product. So if you want to sell, you have got to have a product showcased on a shelf. That's how we sell. So in a service industry, your product is your portfolio. It's your service. You've got to invest for your future by working for free. 5 to 7 topics, maybe 4 to 5 websites as a web developer, maybe 5 to 6 logos for different people around you. Even though you might just make them up, create portfolio, upload it on Dropbox, upload it on Google Drive, and that's it. This is it. Because once you do it, then when you submit a proposal to a project, client is going to scan through your proposal. By the way, I'm going to show you how to write an effective proposal in a minute. But the one thing they'll be more focused on is to see the work you have done in the past. And if there's no portfolio shown in a proposal, the chances of you to get noticed, win over your competition are diminishing, absolutely dim. So if you want to become a successful freelancer, just like an example of the store that has got all the products customers are looking for on different shelves, as a freelancer, you've got to have a portfolio that could be prominently displayed not only in your freelance marketplace profile, but also when you submit a proposal, previous work should also done and shown in your proposal. It's as simple as that. Thank you, HBMP What is the name, by the way? HBMP This is a good alias, but if I may know the name here. And by the way, all the YouTubers watching this video, please like the video so others get notified. Now, taking you back to the screen, we have established the importance of having a portfolio. As a content writer, as a web developer, as a graphic designer, or whatsoever the domain of expertise you have, you need to have a portfolio. And as a beginner, since nobody has given you any work, invest in your future. Create different portfolio, and that would be an investment towards a goal, right? And once you have created your portfolio, you can easily populate your portfolio in your profile by clicking on this plus button, uh, giving it a title, maybe a website. That's it. Then you click on insert file, And that's where you can attach media, you can upload a PDF, you can upload an image, and you click on the continue button, and that's about it. A job is done. And then for this portfolio, you have to provide a thumbnail. For example, if I'm creating a YouTube video is a content, but for this content, you have a thumbnail. This video has a thumbnail as well, right? So again, when you add a portfolio on guru.com, you have to supply a cover image for that portfolio as well. And then there's a skill set. Every work falls under a skill set. For example, if I have created a website and I have uploaded its PDF or its image, then the skill set is web development, right? So I click on web development, and there you go, development. It could also fall inside WordPress if the website was created in WordPress. And the list goes on and on. And once I click on the save button, that's step 2 of 2. I've created my portfolio. Does that make sense? It's pretty easy, right? And you can have different diversified skill set, different diversified portfolio. And when you submit a proposal, you can actually pin this portfolio as an attachment in your proposal as well. So you do not have to upload your portfolio anywhere else on the internet, right? Thank you, HBMB TV. Thank you. Okay. So back to the topic. The point I'm emphasizing is it's better to create a portfolio inside your profile on a marketplace and then pin that portfolio when you submit a proposal. So I've created this one fake portfolio. Since this is not my account, I'm not going to spend much time here, but I'm just walking you through different pages so you know about the steps you have to complete. Now, this is my profile information. I'm down to the third tab now. So I've completed the services part. I've completed the portfolio part. I've just clicked on the about section. And in the about section, I've already submitted my picture. And then I can also upload the cover picture, just like on Facebook, right? People use this terminology which MySpace adapted. And everybody has been using this terminology for populating the profile picture as well as for populating the cover picture. It's just been the precedence that has been set over the years. It all started with Orchid, and then it moved down to let's see if I can find a good image here. Yeah, there you go. It all started with the Orchid with the same profile and the cover picture. Then MySpace followed this pattern as well. Then that same pattern was followed by G+. Then Facebook followed it. Then we have YouTube copying it. So everybody seems, Upwork and all other marketplaces, all other social media accounts, they've been following this pattern. So I'm going to use a fake cover picture here. Of course, this is not my account and the account belongs to someone else, and she can always change this information. Inside this profile information, about us information, she can actually put in her website link as well. If she's got a website, so she can put in the website link in there. And then she can put in her Facebook link, her LinkedIn link, supply information, populate information about who she is, about the services, about the tagline, about the work terms. So work terms actually depend on people. So what I usually do is for 100% escrow for projects under $1,000, 50% upfront or 25% upfront for projects over $1,000. And then, of course, 25% in the middle, and then 25% by the quarter, and then 25% by the end of project. And that's how I typically put in the work terms. You can also put in your important information. For example, I always say, as a freelancer, you should create your PDF profile. It's very easy. Go to canva.com. I'm going to take you to canva.com, and you can create free PDF profiles. You can create your company profile. So I'm going to take you to another screen, and I'm going to take you to canva.com, and that's where the magic happens. So I click on PDF. For example, I click on presentation, right? So it's just a pre-created template, which I probably will be using for my presentation, for my profile as a freelancer. So loading as we speak. Wait. So there you go. The presentation is loaded. It's a free template I can use, and I can change anything on it. I am a freelancer, maybe whatever. Anybody can use it. I mean, a kid with no computer knowledge can actually use it. Web developer, maybe whatever it is. Because those guys are a pretty exciting font. We're not sure if I can use it. I can use it. Okay, so he has changed color for every single font. Again, I will leave this to your discreet. I'm going to use the web developer here. I'm not going to waste my time in typesetting and formatting the colors here. Don't have time for this. And you can reduce the spacing here by reducing in the line height, perhaps changing the color of this as well. Maybe I would go for yellow over black. That would become more prominent. Maybe I should use this color of orange, and then that's the first splash page. And then moving down, I can add my services here. I can add my portfolio, the pictures of my portfolio, about us information, client testimonials. Even though I would make them up, they would be fake, but still, seeing is believing. As a freelancer, since you are creating a portfolio for yourself, even though nobody has hired you for a project, it won't be a bad idea giving yourself a fake testimonials as well. Mr. John Albert from New United States of America says that Hisham has done an overwhelmingly pleasing job, and I've never seen such a professional with a great details to specifics, and I'll surely hire him again for my future jobs. A fake testimonial I just made up, but in my profile, it is going to help me in a long way. Does that make sense? Water break. If it makes sense, in the comment section, drop your eyes. Wonderful. 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 I understand that majority of the viewers watching me right now are from India and Pakistan. Is there anybody from Bangladesh or Afghanistan watching this stream? Come on front. Don't be shy. Not this high, Aisha. Is there anybody from Afghanistan and Bangladesh watching this stream? And if I may point out, anybody from US watching this stream now? How would I know Sergi? What does Sergi means? How would I know what does hello sir means? At least show me your country. Tell me the country so that I know you are watching this stream from your country. Can I know if you've got people watching this from Skardu? Brilliant. Afghanistan is what I'm particularly interested in. I know a lot of people are watching it from Pakistan and India, but Afghanistan. I don't think we have anybody here from Afghanistan. Skardu, Manchera, Hiranja. India. And the question was Afghanistan, by the way. Ah, brilliant people from South Asia. So Adnan is from UK. Okay, that's fine. And if I got the flag right, because it shows so tiny, I think it is UK. So, anyways, we do not have any presence from Bangladesh or Afghanistan. Okay, okay. So, Basijan, I want you to go to that Skardu cricket stadium. Somebody highlighted that cricket stadium in the comment section and create a video and then give it to me. Yeah, okay. Okay, stream to start with it. I am from Pakistan, ji. Om Kachia. Where are you from, by the way? Did I miss that? Om Kachia. India, maybe? India, yeah, yeah. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, back to the work, folks. I just wanted to have a couple of minutes water break. So there you see the presentation, and I can save this presentation once I've populated it to my liking. And if I'm satisfied with what I've produced, I can save it as anything. I can save it as PDF. I can save it as PNG. I can save it as a PowerPoint presentation. And by clicking on this download button, I have created an amazing profile for myself. Remember, on canva.com, I'm putting the link in the canva.com. You can create free logos, amazing thumbnails, amazing graphic design work, PDF profiles, YouTube thumbnails, Fiverr thumbnails, amazing presentations, and that's what I'm watching for if you want to create a PDF profile for yourself. So again, all you need to do is just change the content. It's simple as that. Double click on any of the content and change it to the text you want. And that's it. You can change the color, you can change the typesetting, you can change the formation and organization, and you can do whatever you want to do. And everything is free. Once you have created your presentation, once you have created your profile, you can save it. The reason why I highlighted the importance of creating a profile was because, let me take you back to the guru.com screen. When you're creating a portfolio, there you are. When you're creating your portfolio, it won't be a bad idea to supply all the information that is allowed. You can upload images, perhaps create a couple of, as a matter of fact, the profile, the PDF profile you would build using canva.com, all of those different slides can be saved individually as images. So it would not hurt you a bit if you upload all those different images in the images section, which is already highlighted, then upload the PDF in the PDF section, and then you can also create a video of this, right? And canva.com enables you to create free video as well. So guru.com has given you 3 options to attach files and videos, and I don't see a reason why you should not use it. Okay, and this is it, folks. That's all about, you need to know about the membership, about the profile building. Now the next step after profile building is membership. I've just clicked on the membership. In the membership section, it shows you all the options. Now, based on your liking, you can always upgrade your membership. I use this monthly package of 49.95. But my advice to you is learn a skill first, spend yourself, give yourselves a fair chance, at least couple of months, in learning a new skill. You can learn a new skill by going on to bitdegree.com, or perhaps by purchasing a course on udemy.com. But bitdegree is free, so maybe you should go for it. Salahuddin bhai, good to see you here, and this is why I had you in my mind, and this is why, from memory I recall that Kaka Kot, Salahuddin brother, used to watch me regularly from Afghanistan, Kabul, and since he was missing, I was a bit worried. And I didn't want to mention his name here, but brother, your participation in my videos is always acknowledged. I apologize for a huge absence from my YouTube channel because I was focused on my main channel and on my social media accounts and creating a state of art freelance marketplace, and then also creating an e-learning platform. So I'm back. So is the training. Today is Monday, and we start with freelancing and then moving forward, just like we had exercised learning different skills each different day. We are going to repeat the process again. So good to have you here, brother. Okay, so now in the beginning, you get 10 free bids on guru.com. My advice to everybody is do not upgrade your membership unless you complete all 10 different bids. One proposal requires one bid. It's a traditional marketplace. Clients come in, they post a project, and you as a freelancer bid on the project. So one bid, one proposal, that's it. And as a basic freelancer, you get a chance to submit 10 different bids, or in other words, 10 different proposals to different projects. So at least you're giving yourself a fair chance. 10 different chances of winning a project. So, that's about the membership. And with this, you're done. Nothing more or nothing less for us to worry about. So I go back to the dashboard. That's what my dashboard looks like. It is asking me to manage a team, but since I'm solo, I do not even have to worry about managing my team here. Now, here's an interesting part. Let's see if I can find it. Probably I've zoomed in too much. Do you see? As a basic member, I get a chance to submit my proposal to 10 different projects. And without wasting a single second, I'm going to bid on the projects. Now, I assume that she is a graphic designer, okay? And I'm going to go for a logo design to begin with. The bidding sample I'm about to show you, and I'm going to create it real time. Take it as a sample that could be applied to all other jobs. So if you are a web developer or a content writer, perhaps a digital marketer, you can use the same proposal writing approach and apply it to your skill set. I hope this makes sense. Now, as a logo designer, I just search for a project on logo, and here's what I see. I see that this project is already hired. So there's no point in sending a quote or wasting my one precious bid on a project that is already hired. Now you must have noticed that there are many buttons that are disabled, and the reason why they are disabled is because when I click on why can't I apply, it shows two conditions here. The first condition is I need to have minimum $1,000 in earning before I can submit my proposal to these premium projects. The second condition is you must have one of the following. So it does not mean that I should have all these three, but if I upgrade my membership, I should be able to bid on the projects. If I complete my ID verification, which requires around $4.49, it will ask me for my national ID card, perhaps my driving license, or any other proof that I am a legal citizen of my country. By providing that particular information, I should be able to unlock all these uh, unavailable proposals for unavailable code submissions for these projects. But for now, since we are we have a basic account and we need to look for a project that matches our skill set, let's see if we can find something that's exciting and worth spending our bid on. So, okay, I'm still gonna scan through the projects here. So I'm gonna go to the next page here. Let's see if I can find something. So, this guy is from Malaysia, and he's looking for a logo designer. It's gonna come back to you in a second. This guy's from India, and he's looking for a logo designer. Again, Swami Saab is from India, looking for an e-commerce photographer. This guy's from India, Rathore, and he's looking for a web designer. This guy's from Russia, he's looking for a design financial card. Okay. Still scanning through the projects. This guy's from USA, and he's looking for a logo design. Hire for logo designer needed. I have a job I need to present to my office, and I was told this logo will be used for a company's YouTube channel. Here, I put a link to different YouTube. Let's see. This sounds interesting. The reason why I have decided to click on this project is because only 39 quotes have been submitted for this project. So I'm assuming uh, with less competition, there's a good chance my proposal would get noticed. Let's see what is requested here. Hey, I have a job and I need to present to my office, and I was told that this logo will be used for our company's YouTube channel. Here below, I put a link to 10 different YouTube channels for you to look at their logos and tell me what you feel will be the best for our company. If you do not go through the 10 YouTube channels, you'll not be selected for the job because we want a very disciplined designer to work with us. So make sure you look at the channel one by one, and God bless you. Absolutely, God bless you, because I do not have time to scan through all the 10 different proposals. So here's this guy who is looking for a logo design, and let's see what it is. Okay, so I click on the supplied link, it takes me to a new page, and let's see what has it. I'm not a robot. Okay, let's see. Okay. Uh, okay. So I'm gonna submit my proposal for this job. Logo design for consultant. Due date perhaps 48 hours later. 3rd of February. Time 35. 30. For $30 I'm going to submit my bid proposal for this project. It still says verification pending, but I don't have to worry about the verification for now. And I'm going to submit my proposal. So I'm going to zoom in my screen so that everybody can view it clearly. And that's where the magic begins. I want you to focus on The proposal. So, hello, thank you for reading my response to your project. Are you now you must be noticing this red line highlighting a spelling mistake. This is done by a widget for Chrome browser, commonly known as Grammarly. Not only Grammarly identifies your spelling mistake, but it also identifies the tone of your content. So if you look at this G here, it says open Grammarly, and if I open it, it opens a new palette and it gives me all the options I'm looking for. I'm using a free version of Grammarly. I would request you to install Grammarly widget on your browser. I believe it comes for all browsers, for Edge, Google Chrome, Firefox. I'm not sure if there's any other browser or a good browser besides the three I have just mentioned. So I'm going to go back to the proposal. Assumingly you have Grammarly widget installed, which I request everybody to have, because in the further in the next classes, when we move ahead with blogging and copywriting, Grammarly plays an instrumental role in identifying your spelling mistakes. And as a freelancer, you should have it. Thank you for reading my response to your project. I understand that you are looking for a logo for your consulting company. I am new here, but I am not new to graphic design. As a graphic designer, I pay huge attention to specifics. No, details. What was the name of the lady, by the way? Hey, you, the account holder, what is your name? And I'm not going to look in the comment section for now, but for now, I'm going to go through my proposal and see if there are spelling mistakes. And I clearly see a lot of uh, red marks here, so I'm going to fix those. Thank you, Grammarly. And I think this is an amazing proposal, by the way. You may want to copy it. Hello, thank you for reading my response to your project. I understand that you're looking for a logo for your consulting company. I'm new here, but I'm not new to graphic design. As a graphic designer, I pay huge attention to details and understand that creativity needs to be felt rather than told. An artwork should speak volumes about the artist, and that is what my motive is. This is interesting. If you're interested, I'm willing to provide a free mock-up sample of your logo. And I should not only highlight this, but also uh, make it prominent by clicking on the B button after selecting this text. Even though it would be a rough sketch, it would still highlight a philosophy I want your logo to reflect. Let's talk. What was the name of the lady, by the way? Eesha. Isha. Let's talk. Isha. Guys, logo designers, you know what? I have no idea how in this world I'm able to come up with such creative juices tonight. This is amazing selection of words, and you know what? Copy it. Take a picture of the screen. I'm going to show it on the screen. Take a picture of this. This looks promising. This looks pretty exciting, no? So if you've taken your screenshot, so if you've taken the picture, I'm going to hit the submit button and submit this proposal. Now, if you have noticed, proposal writing is all about copywriting. Proposal writing is all about explaining what sets you apart from your competitor. Proposal writing is all about copywriting. It's about you attitude rather than me attitude. Does that make sense? So, assumingly you all have taken a screenshot here, the website for free skill set is canva.com, CANVA. And that's for graphics. And for the free skills, it's bitdegree.org, BITDEEGREE.org. I have pasted it in a comment section as well. Now, this is a proposal we have just carefully crafted, and I'm going to click on. Hey, by the way, remember we spoke about the importance of having portfolio. So I click on attach work, I click on portfolio, and that's where your portfolio would pop up if you have created it already. And by selecting that portfolio, you'll be able to pin it in your proposal. Pretty simple, right? So it's like you complete your profile first, make sure you complete all your portfolio, make sure you complete your about us section, and once everything is nicely populated, provided to guru.com profile, only then pay attention to submitting your proposals as a bid to the different projects. Because when you create a proposal, you can easily attach your work and pin the pre-selected portfolio and attach it with your bid. So I'm going to click on continue button, and that's about it. I'm going to click on submit code. Okay, what does it say? Unable to send code. Okay, close it. Should be good now. I had this auto selected accidentally uh, turned on. So I have submitted one proposal to a project, and if there's a spelling mistake, don't worry about it. You can still edit your code by clicking on this edit code button. So I'm going back to the dashboard, and there you'll see that I have 9 bits left. You know what? I still have this liking for a logo project again. I'm gonna choose another logo project, and if a project is posted just now, and if I'm able to bid, I think I stand in a good chance of winning this project. Just it's just a sixth sense that tells me that I'm in a chance here. But unfortunately, since this is a basic account and a lot of send a code buttons are locked, pretty unfortunate here. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try it for one more project, maybe. Just one more project. Here's an Israeli project, branding and designing for an e commerce website I want to create a new e-commerce website and blog. This will not be a normal store. I want a strategy, branding, logo designing, social media design. If you can create something unique, then it's you. Maybe we can alter the proposal we have created and submit to this project. So I'm going to click on fix design. I'm going to click on uh, new. So I'm providing the description, okay? A title for my proposal. Uh, you can always provide a different description for your proposal. It does not necessarily have to be uh, a title of a project. It's just for submitting a proposal and for your future referral. So it could be anything. Don't worry about it for now. But I'm gonna put in new e-commerce website and blog in blog. The due date, I'm going to give myself a fair 4 months, 4 weeks here. I apologize. And the amount here is, since they have already allocated a budget between 1,000 to 2,500 US dollars, I am going to put in, let's say, somewhere in between $1,500. So this guy needs a logo design. He needs a strategy, a branding, and a website and social media design. So he needs a complete package. Perhaps I should go for 1,500 for now, since this is a new profile, huh? And there you go. Hello. I apologize. Had to zoom it in. There you go. Hello. I understand you are looking for complete branding from starting from logo, web design, social media design, and what else? And what else? I guess this is it. I want to say social media design, website design, branding, logo, strategy. Okay. Starting from the logo, web design, social media design, and a strategy. Strategy for marketing. Strategy is always for marketing, okay? As a creative artist who takes a lot of pride in, I'm going to come other way around, absolutely other way around, and then, try my luck here. As a creative artist who takes a lot of pride in in aesthetics, I would like to offer my services for logo designing, web development, social media designing and strategy. And and takes one project at a time, focus completely. As a creative artist who takes a lot of pride in aesthetics and takes one project at a time to completely focus on it, I would like to offer my services for, okay, this makes sense. This surely makes sense. I am new here, but I am not new to work. I understand to both, I understand that for you to pick me for this job, you would require some sort of assurance. I am willing to offer free markup for your logo design as well as website design. Now, You got to understand that as a freelancer, proposal writing is very important. And if you can write an effective proposal, you give yourself a fair chance of being noticed. And one of the elements of important proposal writing is offering something. If you are able to give a free offer, could be of logo, could be of website design, could be of content writing, could be of anything. Free mockup gives an encouragement to your client that this individual, this freelancer, is willing to spend their time for free in creating something they know could be declined, and their time could be, good for nothing. They could lose their time. But at the same time, clients from West take it as an appreciation that despite of the fact that I've not awarded this freelancer my project, still willing to invest their time. They're still willing to prove their mettle. And more than often, I have noticed as a freelancer that this gets you selected for the job because clients do appreciate you lending a help and enabling them to see something that sets you apart from your competitor. So you always got to have a different approach. You've always got to think unorthodox, out of box, if you want to become a successful freelancer. Proposal writing is everything you've got, folks. And if you can write an effective proposal, if you can given good, exciting, and interesting offers in your proposal, if you are willing to invest your time knowing that by giving away a sample offer, and once client sees and they refuse to hire you for a job, this still is an investment towards the goal. At the end of the day, here's the thing, look at me, you're still creating your portfolio. The sample you have created can be used as a portfolio for the future projects. It's an image. You can save this image, go back to your freelance profile, upload this image as a portfolio. So it's not just precisely a wasted effort, it is an encouragement to your client that you are willing to spend time on something, even knowing that you could be rejected and all that effort you have put into creating this sample could go waste. But client, on the other hand, they actually appreciate and acknowledge your effort. That this freelancer knows that I could reject them right away without any negotiation, without any discussion. But again, still, they're willing to spend their time. So they might just have something extra about them. They might just have something special about them. I might, want to see. And that is where sometimes free mockup and free sample offers help you in landing a project. I have done it more than anybody else in South Asia. I've done over 2,500 projects. And one out of three projects I've won is because of this mockup and sample offer. Clients do appreciate your hard work. They do appreciate the initiative you have taken, regardless of the result. But they do acknowledge that this guy has got something in it, that he's playing this blind gamble, knowing that I could reject him. But still, he's so particular and so confident about offering this free service. Let's just move forward with them. So, taking you back to the screen. Now, so we have given them a free markup offer, and I'm offering to free. If interested, open send me message so I can make arrangements. I need to ask few questions though about your branding, color choices. Looking forward to your positive response and working with you. Cheers. Isha. Now, in this proposal, try to understand what I have tried to summarize. I begin my proposal with greetings. Then I talked about the client that I understand they are looking for this particular requirement. Then I talked about myself. Then I talked about uh, a free offer, a mock-up, a sample. And then I encouraged client to send me a message because remember, as a freelancer, you cannot send message to your client. One project placement has over hundreds and thousands of proposals. If all freelancers are allowed to send a message to a client, client's going to pull their hair off. So in order to avoid any unforeseen circumstances, any unpleasant activity on a marketplaces, freelance websites do not allow freelancers to message client initially after they have submitted their proposal on a project placement. But it works the right way, and the right way is clients can send you a message. And once a client sends you a message, the message board gets opened. It's like email communication that can be seamlessly done back and forth. So once a client sends me an email, I get to know their email address and I can respond to that email. I can reply to that email and then the conversation moves on. So for a conversation to move on, client has to initiate the conversation. So client is your employer. And for a client to initiate a conversation, you've got to put in some magic tricks that could excite them in getting back to you. One of the methods I have adopted over the years is I ask questions. So the question I ask is, "Hey, I understand you're looking for a website development. Do you have any branding preferences? Do you have any color preferences? Maybe do you love any website you want us to get inspired from and imitate that website?" That's it. You have gamed it and you have given a good enough reason for your client to send a message to you. "Hey, yeah, I like blue colors. I like this site, abc.com. Perhaps you may want to go with three different color combination. Okay, show me what you've got. Move ahead with the sample creation." All of these magic tricks, which I call magic tricks up my sleeve, um, these these magic tricks play in a huge role in convincing client to initiate a conversation, and that's what you need to worry about as a freelancer. So now, yeah, kukar phas jao, bilkul sahi kaha Kader. So now I'm about to submit my proposal. Again, if you want to attach the portfolio, of course you need to create one first, and you need to populate your profile, and then I can attach my portfolio with this proposal. So since we have skipped that point, there you go. I'm gonna submit my proposal to this guy, and don't worry about this auto selection. And there you go. Second job being submitted here. Second job submitted. Now, I hope you have a fair bit of idea about what works as a freelancer on a traditional marketplace. On a non-traditional marketplace, we will have a great, detailed walkthrough, just like we have done for this traditional marketplace on Monday. So next Monday, we are going to, uh, you know, uh, go through Fiverr.com and see how a gig is created. And we're going to create a real time gig as well. So I think 1 week is not enough here. We got to have these trainings for 2 weeks at least. We need to have 8 hours, absolutely 8 hours. So yeah, let's do it for next week as well. This Monday for 2 hours and 15 minutes, we have discussed the types of marketplaces. We have discussed the importance of going through the BeingGuru blog for freelancing posts. We have created a new profile on guru.com. We have submitted a couple of proposals on guru.com. And Isha, by the way, don't change the password because let's see. I want again hiding my luck against the wall. But how amazing it would be if somehow we can get an answer for these two clients. I'm not sure if they are even going to respond to my proposals. But the point I want to emphasize is good communication skills, good proposal writing skills could help you go places in life. If you want to become successful, you got to have good communication skills. One of the most profound investors, one of the top 10 richest people in the earth, who was stationed as third richest man for a couple of years, if my memory serves me well. Warren Buffett was once asked to give an advice to the youth, and he responded by highlighting the importance of communication skills, oral as well as written. So, if there's one advice you would like to follow, if you want to become successful as a online internet worker, could be freelancing, blogging, social media marketing, copywriting, YouTubing, digital products, whatever you choose. Work on your communication skills, oral as well as written, because you're giving yourself a fair chance of winning over your competitors. So for this, we've got an amazing. Why did you? No, I've not changed it, Salahuddin Bhai. The reason why I've stopped recording the videos, even though I was supposed to do it, and moved forward with this live videos because I was actually waiting for the sponsors to help me out with these videos, and unfortunately, that has not happened. I'm still a little hopeful, and hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, this should be sorted out. And if it doesn't happen, of course, I'm going to upload the videos. I'm not going to waste my 2021 waiting for the sponsors to sponsor the videos. So the reason why I'm doing the live training is because, again, just a hope against a hope that survival, that the sponsors would come in, and my survival would be far more easier for the English channel. Because look, I'm riding two boats here. One is the main channel, and one is this English channel. And honestly speaking, just to tell you guys, I do not have that drive left in me for the main channel. I don't know why. Might just come as a surprise to many of you. But I just sort of like do not have drive for that main channel. That is because, honestly speaking, I'm more fluent in English. Honestly speaking, I speak English well. I somehow feel that I'm able to convey my point of view across far more effectively in English rather than in Urdu. I don't know why. For those who have watched me for the very first time in English, and who have been a regular viewer of my main channel in Urdu, you probably would have felt this difference as well. Did you? I don't know why. That's because last 20 years of my life has been spent communicating with the clients for good on 2 to 3 hours, different clients, and I somehow feel that I just kind of like feel comfortable in English rather than anything else. So, anyways, The assignment for you guys is I want you to see the description here. There are 4 links here, and whatever I'm about to tell you is for you guys. I want you to go to blogger.com, blogger.com. And if you look at the description of this video, uh, I want you to read these 4 blog posts. You only got 4 blog posts. That's what the assignment is, okay? Rewrite it in your own words. Pick on the links. I want you to go to the description, click on the links right now. I still see nobody has clicked on the link because I'm looking at my analytics now. It's a shame you guys, I mean, for God's sake, if I'm saying something, follow it. I want you to click on the description of this video on YouTube, and there you will see 4 links. I want you to click on those 4 links. I want you to rewrite it in your own words. Then I want you to go to blogger.com, blogger.com, and then summarize all these 4 different blog posts into one title. And the title I'm about to give you is What is Freelancing and Who is a Freelancer and Why You Should Do Freelancing. That's your assignment. The reason why I'm giving you this assignment is because by the end of second week, when these trainings end, when all the different trainings I'm about to take you in, starting Monday to Friday, once these trainings end, you probably have a monetized blogger account where you will get paid for writing these assignments. Investment towards a goal. Foresee the future. Whatever you do on the internet, you should do it in a way that it should fetch you money. So when I was growing up as a promising teenage freelancer, and as a web developer, as a graphic designer, whenever I would get a job done and my client would ask me to recommend an hosting account, being a business minded individual from my childhood, I would sign up as an affiliate for fatcow.com, get their registration link of affiliate, and I would give this affiliate link to my client to click, sign up for hosting, even though they would be paying the same amount as they would normally do if they click on a direct link. But just because I'm referring a client to Fatcow would pay me a referral fee of $100. And a good on for a good on 16 months, I used to get around $200, $300 every single month as an affiliate for Fatcow hosting. Then I stopped doing it because I realized I've got more major issues to focus on. Always think about money making opportunities. So if I've given you an assignment, go to blogger.com, create your account, and do your assignment there. Write about it, regardless of your broken English, regardless of the grammatical mistakes you would make. It's fine. But at the end of the day, if your account gets monetized, that's through Google AdSense. More on that later on Wednesday, once we get on to the blogging class. You're making money, man. And who doesn't want extra money? I'm on YouTube. It's a monetized channel. Even though I'm educating you for free, I'm not charging you anything. At the end of the day, I'll get paid from YouTube because I have, spent 2.5 hours with a reasonably good amount of number of people watching my video, right? So the assignment is, there's a title, what is freelancing, who's a freelancer, and why you should do freelancing. I want you to go through all the 4 links I've provided in the description of this video. Once you go through the 4 links, I want you to come up with your own version, because The reason why I'm asking you to go through those four links is because to get yourself a fair chance, fair amount of information about freelancing. Summarize it, rewrite it, open your blogger.com account and write about it. So next Monday, I want everybody to, comply to this request and make sure you have followed the instructions and submitted the assignment. And then by the end of the second week, I'll take you to the Facebook group, which would be created for you guys only. And we will, have a conversation there. A closed group where you'll be able to ask me questions, direct questions. Not everybody has a liberty to do it. And there will be no moderators, only you and me, one to one. Does that make sense? Good enough for a reward for 2 good weeks. Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. Thank you very much. So this is it. I'll come back again 10 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time tomorrow. I don't know why the traffic did not show up tonight, but I'll take it as how it is rather than how it should be. So if it is how it is, so it be. Who cares about it? So it be. And tomorrow, same time, the topic is digital marketing, and we are going to focus on keyword selection. So it's going to be very exciting class for everybody. And if you've got people who might just be willing to acquire this premium knowledge, and it's absolutely free, no strings attached, perhaps refer it, refer my channel to them. And if you still not like the video, thank you very much for the hearts. It's just my favorite part of the video. Love you all. And for those who have not liked the video, go ahead, come on, just push the button. Won't hurt you. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 10 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Bye for now.